With only 160 properties and thousands of applicants, the Metis Housing Society is feeling an affordable housing crunch. It's also feeling a financial one. Long-term operating agreements between Ottawa and social housing operators are beginning to expire, leaving those like the Metis Housing Society trying to balance rents and the bottom line.
It's really good. It's such a nice home, and like there's a big backyard and a shed and everything, full basement, so it's really good, and it's something we need with 5 kids.
With that many mouths to feed, covering rent isn't easy for Kyle Sam and his family.
We got in contact with Metis Housing and told them our situation, and we got the place within 2 weeks.
Sam's rent isn't technically subsidized, but it is cheaper than he'd be paying elsewhere in Prince George.
Average 5-bedroom house is around $1,500 to $1,600 a month, so we pay way less than that. We pay around $9 for the month.
The Metis Housing Society has 160 properties across the city. It's moving away from subsidized rent of 25% of a tenant's income to low-end market rates because federal funding is being phased out.
By the year 2020, we will no longer have any subsidy at all. And we've just had phase 6, we call it phase 6, just fell off subsidy again for another 12 housing units. So we're upwards to about 50%, 47 to 50% of our existing portfolio here in the city no longer receive subsidy.
In the early 80s, Canadian Mortgage and Housing Corporation funneled federal money into the Urban Native Housing Program. Management of the funds has since been downloaded, first to BC Housing, then to the Aboriginal Housing Management Association. Regardless of who's running it, the money is federal, and now the time is almost up for those long-term agreements.
When the subsidy comes off, we're working on, obviously the price, the rental rate has to be adjusted accordingly so that we'll break even here. And so, yeah, I worry about that for sure. Like, where are these people going to go?
In a statement, CMHC said, at the end of these agreements, the government will have fulfilled its commitment and funding will end. At the same time, the mortgages on the properties will generally be paid off. As long-term agreements begin to expire, CMHC estimates in 2013-2014, social housing will see a funding decrease of $23.3 million. News that could make rent even harder to cover in the years to come.
Especially with people with large families like myself, it's a struggle, especially with nowadays and the economy and everything, so it is a big worry for sure.
Kelly Lanahan, CKPG News.